Hello everyone and welcome back to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Nintendo Wii U. I'm One Wild Sheep and today we're going to go to the punch bowl of this island to take on our next boss. And who is our daring boss this time? Who is the challenger trying to face up against us? Well, we'll find out in a few seconds actually. And I gotta put it like this boss isn't too bad. In fact, compared to the last boss, this thing's nothing. Now it's time to bring this on. So this is a polar bear. Gee, I wonder if it is. Now, his main attacks feature using his hammer, so everything he does uses his hammer. And the very first thing he'll do is smack the hammer down, which you will need to jump on said hammer and boop him in the head. Very simple, very simple. But as time goes on, he's going to start jumping from place to place. When he jumps up into the air, make sure that you jump just before he lands on the ground, because otherwise the momentum will probably hit you into him. Because you'll get this little sort of, oh my god, sort of invincibility frame sort of deal. And you fly into him, and it's not nice. So, like that. So jump whenever he lands. And another move that he has up in his arsenal is the ability to summon ice chunks and then shoot the ice chunks at you. Now these ice chunks usually contain something inside them, like you can get yourself some health inside, or a watermelon if you're lucky. Grab the watermelon bomb if one shows up and try and throw it back at him. It gets harder and harder later on in the match, and you don't really need to use the watermelon bombs at all, because every now and then he'll open himself up for attack. It is very obvious when he's about to open himself up for attack, so just be careful on what you're doing and don't rush. For example, in this move by here, he just dropped a bunch of ice. Now, what you're meant to do is jump on one of the ice cubes, and as he's sliding towards you, jump over him. And as time goes on, that move will continue, and he'll start doing it more and more often. And he'll start doing invincibility, having more invincibility frames, and overall the fight will just get tougher and tougher. Like now, whenever he jumps, he'll send out an ice shockwave. And it just sort of rinse and repeats like this. When he's doing his sliding attack though, you'll know it's your chance to get ready to hit him, because he'll start spinning, you know, go whoa, 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 what's going on? He'll start spinning on the floor. And he'll be stunned for a few seconds, giving you your chance to actually jump on him. Overall though, this boss fight isn't too difficult. Whenever his hammer actually glows the ice color, light bluish, basically it means that he's about to do a move that involves shooting some ice at you. Like when he's about to jump and his mallet glows, then his jump is gonna leave shockwaves. Or later on, when he's gonna drop some ice cubes down, he'll start throwing the ice cubes at you. And the fight overall, it kind of increases in difficulty, but it's still overall quite a fair fight. It's nothing too big a deal. It's fairly simple to do. Although this guy has a pretty good arsenal of moves, and he'll start switching things up before long. Like right now he's only really pushing these ice cubes towards us. Later on he's going to start pushing the ice cubes and shooting the ice cubes in a mix. So it can be a bit troublesome. Like right now this is the shooting move I was on about. Now be careful, just dodge. After one of the last couple of hits he'll try to fake you out with it. So just do a small hop every time, and then use Dixie Kong's hover ability to make sure that you can dodge effectively. And overall, I think this boss probably does go on a bit too long for what it's worth, but I think it's pretty good. The music of this boss fight is also fantastic. The music in, well, this boss and the next boss fight's music is actually really good. It gives me Sonic Adventure vibes they do, and a lot of you probably know by now I'm a big Sonic fan, always have been, so hey, it's a plus in my book. My only major complaint I have to give about this boss, because I do have a couple of complaints, is it's really long. this battle goes on for way longer than it needs to, and I'd be bored playing this if it weren't for the fact the music was just so up there. I mean, I'm a sucker for guitar performances like this. I don't know why. But here's him repeating his tactics and trying to mix things up like I mentioned before. But overall, simple boss, simple strategy, nothing much more to say. So now it's time to give him the final boop. Delicious. I have to say it is really fulfilling when you finish off a boss fight and you send them into the stratosphere. They just gives you that feeling of, oh, I did it, yes. But there he is, 19 hits, and it says music unlocked. I'm guessing the music unlock thing on the end of world screen is kind of like a sound test sort of deal. I haven't checked that out. I'll probably have a look another day. But if that's the case, then if anyone wants to listen to this music, well, chances are someone's uploaded a soundtrack to YouTube anyway. Which I would recommend listening to. This game is a phenomenal soundtrack. Anyway, this is a sneak peek to the next world of the game. Donkey Kong Island. That's right, we actually go back to Donkey Kong's Island for the finale, because that's where the final part of the game takes place. And trust me, it is a really, really well done world. But first things first, we're going to head on back to World 5-3 Fruity Factory, and a bit of George Lucas editing there for you guys. So once we reach this section by here, it's around just after the very first thing that chases you. Head up here, go into this teleport room, and there's the secret exit to this level. It's actually extremely easy to find this one, so I wouldn't see anyone having too big an issue. God, my throat hurts. But anyway, with that done, we're now moving into Beehive Brawl, and as you can assume, the major enemies you're going to see fighting in this particular level are bees. Ah! No, not the bees! Not the bees! Ah! Yeah, alright then, Nicolas Cage. So yeah, bees. Gotta love the bees. Everyone loves the bees. Luigi loves the bees. Number one. No, really, they're not that bad an enemy to really deal with. They sort of hover around, and you can just simply jump on them. They're really, really pathetic, easy to deal with. Nothing like the bees in like Crash Bandicoot or something. Oh god, I hate those things in Crash Bandicoot. You can just get so unlucky with them. But there's a lot of platforming based around climbing on the actual bees' houses. So you'll see bees' houses around, even though I'm pretty sure bees just don't live in a house like that. You'll see the houses just sort of floating around, connected with some vines, and they'll be swinging back and forth. And throughout this stage, you're basically going to be platforming by grabbing onto these things and trying to maneuver your way around. And I don't know, I think it's quite a neat little stage. Although you still often have the piranha plant enemies to really deal with, so be careful of them. They should, at this point in the game though, they really shouldn't be that big a deal to you. You've seen them before, and oh my god, I'm going to die! No, I'm not, don't worry. Basically, some of the beehives are connected to the actual caves by honey, which means when you jump onto them, the honey's gonna snap, and, well, you're going to go for a little joyride. And it's not big a deal, it's really, really easy to get by. Although it can be very easy to die because unfortunately you have to be pressing ZR or ZL throughout all of this, and my finger tends to get tired for holding one button for most of a level. So every now and then I'm going to need to have a rest of my fingers, and then I'll just drop off or do something stupid. Anyway, with these bee enemies by here, what you want to do is actually ground pound the bottom of the kiwis, I think they're holding, in order to fly the bees upwards, which will allow you to avoid things like those spiked plants and other hazards such as that. Overall though, don't be too worried, it's really pretty easy a level, I can't stress that enough. Although, if you do want to try and get that N symbol, good luck. It is difficult to grab that thing. Because you basically need to pound it just enough so you can get over the spike plants, but not pound the bees thing enough too much so you go way over, and it's really, really difficult to manage. It's possible, but yeah, I don't see myself doing it anytime soon. Anyway, this leads to a secret room, I believe, or doesn't it? I'm not entirely sure, but no, it doesn't lead to a secret room. Not that it matters, because I'm about to die in a minute, spoiler alert. At least I think I am. It's been a while since I recorded this footage, kind of, so I guess it could be a bit of an issue here. But anyway, these like mouse things you see running around the beehives, bee homes, I don't know how to deal with them. Oh, I was right, I did die. I do not know how to deal with them. I think you might have to ground pound the floor when you're nearby them, or you just have to try and avoid them. Considering you need to do something with them later on, I assume you need to ground pound to really avoid them, because there's a level coming up later on where you need to avoid those things, and for the life of me, I don't think it's possible. So, I don't know, I need to research that or something, or someone in the comments will probably fill me in, because I won't bother to research that too much, because it's an enemy trait. It's probably easier to figure out how to deal with them. I'm just probably being an idiot. But we're right at the end of this level now. It's not too bad a level, can be quite tricky. It's not really all that interesting, to be perfectly honest. The stage isn't. It's just like, oh cool, bees. Cool. Anyway, we're gonna move on to what's the level called again? The one with all the purple water, the Mega Muck. It's the next level, you know. It's 5-4 panicky paddles. That's the one. So we're gonna keep playing this level up until we reach this point by here, where you see these giant things bouncing off the thing. And what you want to do is actually dip in the water and be careful with the fish. They're deceptively difficult to get hold of. You know, to dodge out of the way. Make sure you have Dixie Kong and you'll be able to swim through the current and head on up here for yet another glorious secret exit. Oh, it's delish. Oh well. So yeah, the Super Smash Bros. 4, it was a Nintendo Direct of it for it not long ago. And I was watching that, and if you're not following my Twitter feed, you're probably gonna be happy you're not, because oh my god. The Twitter feed was a bit, basically every announcement that came out I was going, yes, I must let everyone know about this. But yeah, I was quite impressed with the Nintendo Direct. It's probably the first one that's really, I watched the Nintendo Direct all the way through and was like, yes, I can't wait. Nintendo's doing such a good job recently with Mario Kart 8 coming out and Smash Brothers. Sadly, I don't think there's many more games due out this year. Although this bit by year, the stage is called Jammin' Jams. I have no idea why it's called Jammin' Jams. Maybe it's jams later in the level. I have no idea. But where I died by there, what you're meant to do is actually you're meant to jump off the barrel, jump into the owl from the barrel, and then push the jump button as soon as you land on the owl. And it's took me like 5 to 6 tries to get right, because it is so difficult to get the timing right on that particular owl. I don't know why, I only have issues really bouncing off the owl enemies. If it's a standard everyday enemy, like say the fish or the penguin, for example, I can bounce off them perfectly fine. But no, owls, I find it really hard. I don't know whether they've got a different the hitbox is like smaller or bigger than I expect. I don't know, I just have a bit of issues with them. But oh lord, the music is so delicious. But yeah, there's loads more of these enemies as well. I still don't know how to deal with them. I can't even see what they are properly. I assumed they were mice, but they don't really. They kind of look like mini walruses now that I think about it. No matter. Ooh, it's starting to rain. Oh, delish. I always love it in games when it has like a calm rain. like a little shower or something. I always like that in games. It rarely happens though. And now I'm just gonna I'm doing this by you to show off the fact that you can actually increase your health even more so with Dixie's special ability, which not many people actually know much about. I don't think. Like, I didn't know, but that you could do that for like until this recording session, pretty much. I had no idea about it, because I think that well, that was a horrible death. But I think that when I did that special ability, it was actually by accident, and I accidentally pushed the button. So I was sitting there like, oops. Oh, I might as well pick up the heart, see if I get anything. Ah, I get extra health. Okay then. Or was that earlier on in the LP? I genuinely can't remember. But yeah, just boop on the owls. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but every time you bounce off an enemy, the third hit that you do on an enemy will give you a coin. Not that you need the coins. I haven't bought anything from the shop once in this LP. Although, if there is a time to go and buy like something from the shop, I'd say pick up like a health power-up for like one of the boss fights, because they're probably the most likely area where you're gonna get killed from being hit. Every other time you're gonna get killed, there's chances are you're gonna be doing something stupid like running off the edge of a cliff or trying to imitate the lemmings. Not like I've done that at all in this game. Although I've had instances where I've just lost my train of thought and I instantly just ran straight off the edge of a cliff, and it's no good when you do that, trust me. You don't want to do that. Anyway, watch out by ear, because these platforms are going to move in and out, and you need to be fairly quick because they don't give you much time to actually maneuver across these platforms. So, yeah, it's basically just a big timing puzzle, really. Just take your time, and you should be pretty fine. Again, I still don't know how to dodge those things. I'm positive it's impossible. Anyway, now we just need to time our barrel blasting. That's the word, yes. So we can get by without those razor blades killing us, and watch out for those crushers, because crushers are bad news. Christ, I hope this factory's insured. It's just like, what? No! Anyway, time your jumps pretty well. You're going to want to use platform from barrel to barrel, blast your way to the end of the level, and there it is. That's it, all and well and good. So with that now, folks, I'm going to call it a part here. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, I appreciate a like or comment to the video. Don't be sheepish, people. And when we return next time, we will take care of Donkey Kong Island. Thanks for watching. Catch you all then. Bye!